Hello? Anybody there? Don't tell the chat, Limmy, but I'm playing Overwatch. Sorry to hear that, mate. Well, no, congratulations, actually, getting having the liberty to do that. Hello, everybody. Hello, Scotty, Scott, Miko, Blobster, Bat, Babyface. I'm Babyface today. I got all my wee tasks done. Get Lynn wine, not done that yet, or get milk, but when I go to get my son for school, on the way back, I'm going to pop into the shops. The emails that I was to send did that. Getting the £100 cash back from my phone, I've sent that off. Put away clothes, I've not really done that because it's not that important right now, but I'll do it. How was that? What? How was that green? That's not green. Just it's an omelette I made myself, but there's nothing. There is nothing green. That's strange. It's an omelette. It's yellow. So yellow. As I said in the title with this, it's Chit Chat AMA, which means ask me anything. So if you've got a wee question for me, ask away. How do I turn on subtitles? No subtitles. You got to learn. Limmy, when did you last wank the day? Every day. A wank a day keeps the doctor away. I'll be wanking until it falls off. How many eggs in an omelette? 4 eggs and some cheese. How did you get Limmy's show? On what basis did they give it to you? On the basis that I made a sketch show. Sorry, I'm being a dickhead. It's all detailed in my autobiography. Coming up at the end of the month. I had a website called Limmy.com. I used to be a web developer then. I made a website on the site called Limmy.com for my wee playthings. Then I started putting videos on it. And then the videos got popular. I made a DVD it. Then I went for I kind of travelled around the world while I was away. That DVD ended up at the comedy unit somehow. And then they said, oh, do you want to come in for a meeting to see what it is you want to do? I said, aye. When I got back from my travels, I made a podcast called Limmy's World of Glasgow because I wanted to get all popular and all that. The podcast got dead popular. It was in the iTunes UK top 10. The only one in the top 10 that wasn't made by like Channel 4 and the BBC. The only homemade one there. Got lots of interest. A guy approached me to see if I wanted to do any stand-up. I said no. Lynn said say aye, so I said aye. I ended up doing stand-up, and simultaneously I was chatting with the comedy unit and making wee things with them. Eventually, after 2 years of stand-up doing it at the Fringe in the Glasgow Comedy Festival, where the comedy unit talking to the BBC, and with the BBC guys seeing my show and all the rest of it, one thing led to another, and I ended up getting a pilot. Thank you, God bless. You should make a podcast again, says non-subscriber Simon. Well, the thing is, Simon, there's no money in it, mate, and this is my career now. And, you know, there's people like yourself who just watch my my webcam here. I've got no intention of helping me, fund this. No intention of helping me fund this, and so this is my career. You just pop in, have a wee watch, and have a wee look. I don't make a podcast for the sake of people like you who would make no contribution, so I'd be basically making it, basically working for free. Now, I know you might be looking at me and going, what, you call this work? You call this work? Grafting away? Is this work for you? Limmy, I don't mean, oh, this is no kind of job. But what I mean, Limmy, is work is normally a bad thing. Are you saying this is bad? No, it's no, but this is my career. This is how I earn my money, mate. And for you to sit there and say you should make a podcast, mere free things, Limmy. Mere free things. I truly fucking hate the non-subscribers that pop up here. I absolutely hate them. I should never ever speak to them because I'm rewarding them. I'm rewarding them. By speaking to them, I'm rewarding them. Get an ad run, says Alex. I should stick on fucking ads 24 hours a fucking day. Scromp says, you're looking forward to the book tour or just a distraction from your new career here? No, see, here's what I can't be asked then. I've got to pick what stories to read out and hope that these stories are interesting to the people who come to the show. I've got to come up with some pattern in between so it's not just, right, next story. So that's the end of that one. Right, next story. Right, see you after the break for the Q&A. So, so there's a bit of work involved, but see this is no work at all. I come on here and talk, and I make things, I do it the way I want. There's no deadlines, there's no pressure at all. It's fucking magic. This is all I want to do. Heavy Bob 19, thank you very much for resubbing, mate. Keep me entertained. Enjoy. Did I just spit there? See, when I do my live stuff, I spit on people accidentally. Europa, thank you very much for the sub. Wait a minute, why am I not hearing that? Properties, speakers, and then go down here. Oh, the wrong speakers. Speakers, there we go. There it is there. Sorry for the sound there. Giant Enemy Crab says, have you heard from Twitch about... Oh, by the way, answer the question. No. I really like doing this, but I'm looking forward to meeting everybody that comes to the show. That's the cracking thing. I get to sit at the end and meet cunts that come to my show. That like my stuff, I mean. Cadzy69 says, beautiful blue eyes. Thank you. Thank you. Captain Volcano, thank you very much for the sub. Any live stream of the book tour on Twitch? Absolutely not. Completely defeats the purpose of having a live show and selling tickets. Thank you. Completely defeats the purpose. Three Pumpkins, thank you very, very much for the sub. Thank you very much. Thank you. RGM 639, thank you very much for resubbing. RIP Andy Murray. Did you hear Andy Murray's probably, well, he's retiring. He's got a sore hip or something like that. You can't go McGurk because it's sold out. Thank you. Bolo Boffin, thank you very much for the sub. But what I can guarantee you folks, for all the subscribers on here, I will be doing the book event here. on this webcam for you and you alone. So I want to be streaming one of my shows. I'll be doing the show here for you. Derek Beard says, no you won't. I will. I will. No broken promises. I will do the book event here on this once I've done the tour. So that's April, mate. Look at my fucking hair there, man. Look. I need a haircut. It's so sticky out of the side. Look. Is my hair like that? Jesus. State it, man. The vow was a lie, says Michael Albert. The vow wasn't a lie. Because nothing in the vow, that is the Scottish independence thing that appeared on the front of the Daily Record, was untrue. The only thing that people said was a lie was that extensive new powers, that's a subjective term. So no vow was broken, really. What they did was very, very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the AMA, which means Ask Me Anything. Do the publishers not own the rights to the writing? I own the rights. Copyright Brian Limond. I wouldn't have thought that. I thought it's kind of like music or telly stuff where the production company kind of has the copyright or something like that. But with the book, you own the lot. I think what you do is when you write a book, you own the copyright, but you've entered an agreement with the publishers that they get the exclusive rights to publish it or something like that. Like I think if I don't know how it works. Do I have any pets? No, I don't want any more responsibilities. I've already got a son, thanks. You doing the Fringe again this year? Probably no. I've got some other stuff coming up and I don't think I'll have the time to do it. Andy Hack is continuing the gift sub they got for Meth Lover 97. Thank you very much, mate. How many Andrew Banter the third? How many sitcoms did you actually write? I wrote 3 pilots that all got knocked back. One of them was called Family, which was I played 2 brothers and the ma and the da in this wee house. They're all arguing and all that. There's another one called I think Hair of the Dog, I think it was we called it, which was these folk in a pub, 4 or 5 different people come into a pub, like for different walks of life and all that, people who don't know each other, and a kind of anthology thing happens where there's a sort of alky type who's in there all the time. It's like, who are you, and what brings you here? And so they kind of talk about the things that brought them there, and also and it's sort of ongoing, like that sort of flashbacky stuff. So they knocked that back. I think it was Channel 4 and BBC knocked it back, and then I thought, right, I'll do Falconhoof. Didn't want it because I thought I don't want to go back to the old stuff, but Falconhoof knocked back. Did you get feedback in the knockbacks? Says Astor LaRue. What happened again? The family thing, I think the channel, I think it was for Channel 4. Channel 4 really liked it, really liked it. It's looking good. And then the commissioner guy who said he was really liked it, he ends up fucking moving it to the BBC. And then the new person that comes into Channel 4 is like, no, it's not what I want. No. And I think with the pub thing, I think that was a BBC thing, and I went, that's the 4.5 hours down on the train for me, gave me a knockback, which is, the thing is, me a kind of comedy drama, which isn't what they're looking for right now. 4.5 hours back up in the train. Home Bargains Lover says, think Dee Dee could have made maybe a good sitcom. I don't know. You don't want to rip the arse out it. You don't want to rip the arse out it. What would happen in a sitcom like that? Fucking... like a whole 29 minutes of Dee Dee. See sitcoms... What I worked out with writing a sitcom pilot is I don't fucking like it. I don't like looking up that story Arch. It's Arc. Hi. Oh hi. It's story Arch, it's Arc. Thank you. I don't like writing sitcoms. I don't like all this fucking shite you see online, like advice about how to write stories and story arcs, character arcs. The circle, Dan, what you may call it, who wrote Community, his circle of character development and all this sort of stuff. Plot points, fucking beats and all this fucking shite. Cucumber Wang says, the sketch and Limmy show where you have all the wacky characters come together at the end of the episode. Do you want this mushroom one? The joke is how rubbish the characters and how they are come up with. How long did it actually take to write that sketch? I don't know. I just I had the idea that Donnie, the guy I used to work with, we used to say this thing at work. It's his partner. I think it's something like, I think we've got a bit of a problem here. Something like that. Dan Harmon, I keep meaning Dan Hartman. The cancel guy. And I think we'd say Piobium and Problem. It's his partner. Absolutely his partner. They're in cahoots with Virgin. We'll know any more. Next time will be a plane. Problem. So I had that at the back of my mind. I want to use that somehow. And then I thought, at some point I had the idea. Of having a hold on a second here. At some point I had the idea of having using... I had wee daft ideas for characters. I thought, wouldn't it be funny to just put in this sort of shite, you know, a stupid... Because I was going like that to myself a lot. Characters. Nice big ass. What? Done. Yeah, he's didn't see mask good. Must be okay with him taking his part. I asked him, I says, is that alright? So I had do you have any other jumpers? Heavy, I wear hoodies. People talk about the hoodies. I wear this isn't a hoodie. So obviously I've got other ones. Thank you. So I thought I wanted to do things like, I was trying to come up with lots of character ideas. I thought, you know what I want to do? I want to do something stupid, like a character who's just like fucking like soaking or something, soaking guy, and he's just a guy who's like soaking all the time, but I didn't know how to put it in, and like wee things like that. So I take a wee note, and then I came up with an idea to come up with characters that are fucking shite, and you're kind of pitching them, So I don't know. How long did it take to come up with it? I don't know. Writing it, not sure, an hour or two or something. Or it's hard to tell because I don't sit down with absolutely nothing in my head and go like that. What can I come up with? I have no an idea of shite characters. Right, what shite characters then? And then I write it down, and then I go like that. Right, stop the stopwatch, and there's the time. You kind of have a wee idea, and then you've got another wee idea, and then you write them down, and then I've got a place for that problem part of Adonis, or I've got, and then they sort of come together. So not long. I don't. What am I having for dinner? I don't know. I don't know. What's the best sketch you've written in your opinion? Ask Loctimus Prime. I don't know. I like the Joker one because it's a kind of big one, but maybe DD Joker. But I like how the Tina Turner one turned out. Appreciate the answer, mate. Hoodies are better than jumpers, though. Thank you very much, Cucumber Wang. Hoodies are better than jumpers. I normally don't. I prefer a hoodie, especially with the hello. Hoodies are better in winter because you can have the hoodie zip up the jacket and it acts as a scarf. When is the Queen going to die? Well, I thought the Queen was going to die last year, so I'm very sorry about that. You ever considered doing an online show? This is one. SMG. What do you mean? Like like a Limmy show live. I don't know. A Limmy show live on Twitch. Nah, it'd be impossible. I don't want to do a Limmy show in any form again. I don't know how that would work. It'd be a nightmare. YouTube series. No, I'm here now. I'm here on Twitch. Forget about YouTube. I'm here now. Whatever happened to your bread making? You know, Quiz Mac. I'm going to take a note of that because I'm going to put that in my wee lists later. I'm going to put Twitch bread making. Right. I've got to stream that. Guitar playing? No, I'm fucking shite at the guitar. Shite. I'll make bread once. At some point I'll make bread. I've got the tripod to put the phone in. I'll do you Shu one says, do you speak about uni life in the book? Aye. Just a wee bit. I just talk about how good it was to just sort of after school kind of sitting in my arse for a while going after rails and getting into trouble and stuff like that and no and feeling a wee bit kind of directionless and then finally just starting this course in college, just a printing course. Just good to go from not knowing what the fuck I was doing to having somewhere to go Monday to Friday. So there's a wee bit about that, but I don't go on a lot about it. Bread takes hours, but would like to learn. It takes hours, but there's no a lot in it. In fact, making bread, how long does it take? Putting this stuff in, well, it takes about a minute. Kneading the dough, 5 to 10 minutes. I normally don't take that long. You might do it for longer, but I don't normally take that long. And then putting it away about a minute. But 5, 1, 2, 3, about 10 minutes. 10 minutes of that. But then when you take it out and then shape it, that probably takes just a few minutes. No more than 5, but let's round it up to 5. 15 minutes. And then taking that and then sticking it in the oven. So in terms of actually doing things, probably about 15 minutes. Actually doing stuff. A degree, I did a SNC, Print Administration and Production Processes, an HNC Electronic Publishing, HND Information and Media Technology, and then I went into the third year at the Caledonian Uni. I was at College of Building and Printing, which is now City of Glasgow College or something, I don't know what it is now. Big ugly building next to George Square. And then I went into the third year, a BSc Multimedia Technology. But I didn't really learn a lot. Kind of mostly self-taught, you know. Penny Crane asks, would you consider doing some kind of live book reading version of your touring show on Twitch for people who couldn't get a ticket? That's what are you joking? Maybe for subs only? I don't know if you're joking, but that's exactly what I just said. Are you doing that thing I did this morning? Stay my hand. Thank you. RMGH123, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you. Is Lynn 100% behind your decision to become a streamer full time? Aye. It's brilliant because it's just the sort of thing I love doing. This sort of thing going on my webcam or playing games is like it's a distraction for the other things I've got to do. So see, being able to do this fucking full time, it's means the world to me. Crag says Lynn sounds class. Well, how would you know be behind this? How would you know? I want you going out there and fucking going on a grafting on a fucking building site. She's not going to say that. Sean says, what do you think of vegan sausage rolls? Fuck all. I suppose it's a good thing. As opposed to a neutral thing. Because obviously I don't think it's a bad thing. Whatever you do, don't get cancelled. I don't think it will get cancelled. See, the thing with getting cancelled is you've got to be a good person to begin with. And I think I'm kind of adequately wee bit of cunt, bit of prick. I've already sort of been semi-cancelled before. Anyway, in order to be someone being fully cancelled, you've got to be virtuous to begin with, aye. And I'm not very virtuous. I'm alright though. I've got a habit of putting myself down. I've got a habit of saying, oh, I'm a bad person, I'm a horrible person, me. I'm actually a bad person. But it's just because I think I'm generally alright. But you don't want somebody, you don't want a wee feeling of somebody going, you don't want the possibility of somebody saying, you keep saying you're a good person, but in fact you do this, but in fact you do that. Even somebody could say, you think you're a good person, but you buy the phone, like a phone or technology or clays or something that are made in sweatshops and, you know, these sort of things. You eat meat or whatever. So you don't want to, you said something bad to somebody on Twitter. So I like to say to myself, you know, I'm a pretty bad person, but I'm relatively alright compared to a lot of the cunts that you get. Eat meat. Well, see, preferably, I would like to know eat meat. I prefer not to, but I just can't seem to care enough. But I've already said things that are kind of out of order on Twitter. I've joked about things that people say. That's I have been called out. I've been called out on Twitter quite a bit. So I'm already a wee bit kind of scummy. So that's all right. The more virtuous, the nicer you are, the higher you climb in terms of goodness, the further you fall. And then and the further you fall, the more that cancellation is like fucking hitting the ground. If you fall for grace, the higher your grace is, the further the fall down from grace, and the harder the fucking impact. So what you want to do is live on the first flare, not the 20th flare. You want to live on the first flare. So you just sort of twist your ankle, or maybe second flare, so you break your leg. You don't want to be on the 20th flare, because you're fucked. Like jumping from your hairline to your eyebrows. Aye, about that distance. About 3.5 inches. Stephen Fry's gonna be any day now. I can feel it in my bones, says Flatato. He's already been sort of wee bit kind of called out, stroke cancelled. What did he do once? I think he was outside some event wearing a suit and bow tie and all that, and he just happened to get, like, he nipped out. I don't know if he nipped out for a fag or nipped out for a drink. No, he wouldn't nip out for a drink. He nipped out for some reason, and while he was outside, he got asked about something, filmed for something, a wee mini interview. And I think people were talking about how, at the time, people were talking online about something to do with the Tories, something to do with like the expenses scandal or something, and he was going, I don't see what the big deal is. And for him to be standing there and he's like wearing his that kind of like what do you call it, fucking tuxedo with a black fucking bow tie, to be talking about, who cares? It kind of looked a bit like, who cares? But he's never been fully cancelled. He's got me blocked, I tell you that. He's got me blocked. Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry followed me. He once talked about, he once mentioned that he liked Limmy Show or liked one of the sketches. I can't remember, but he did say something. I was like, oh look, and then he followed me, and I saw, and he follows about 50,000 people, right? So I was like, oh look at that, right? So I checked up on him a wee bit later, like about a year down the line, to see, I wonder if he still follows me. Can't hit me fucking blocked. Dan McDade says, I remember you really slagged him on YouTube. You know what, I did slag him on YouTube, and that's what maybe got me blocked, because I think I slagged him before he followed me, then maybe it was brought to his attention that I slagged him off. What I slagged him off for was I just said I didn't think he was that clever. That's all. Who's this he's talking about? Stephen Fry. I just said I didn't think he was that clever. That's all. All I was saying on my webcam was this. I just said, you know how he's on QI and he sort of comes across as dead clever and knowledgeable, and when he comes out with stuff, did you know? Did you know? But and so what I said on YouTube was, people sort of come across as if he's like, oh hi, says he's a very clever man, and what I was saying was, being clever is his thing, says C. McGurk. Right, aye, dead clever guy, very clever. And what I said on my webcam was, is he clever? What is intelligence? Just regurgitating, and says Pontiac, that's what I said. You. Thank you very much, mate. Kadzia 69, thank you very much. Remember, by the way, at any time, if you want to subscribe, if you like my chit chat, just chuck a wee sub in my sub hat, and I'll give you a shout out. At any time, don't worry. You get a shout out at any time. Don't let my chatting interrupt you. Ian Walsh says there's a difference between knowledgeable and clever. Aye. So what I said on YouTube about Stephen Fry was, he's just, he just regurgitates information that's been said to him. Now, I'm not saying QI, he just comes out with everything, but, oh, did you know, it's a programme. But, let's say, how do I don't watch Countdown, but does Rachel Riley do what Carol Vorderman used to do? Does she come up with the fucking sums like that? Is she like that? Does she just go like that? Right, let's see. So, like 371. Is she just like that? Well, you take your 25, multiply that by 7, take away, that. Right. I call that, and what Carol Vorderman did, is intelligent. Right? I call that intelligence. Marty G4203, thank you very much for the sub. She's not been cancelled. I don't think she has been cancelled. I think that's debatable. That's debatable. She was talking about how Labour's got an anti-Semitism problem, and then mentioned some names that people were unhappy with, like Noam Chomsky. And people go like, how can you say that he's anti-Semitic, or has anti-Semitic leanings, or is friendly with anti-Semitic people? That type of thing. So there's people backing her up. So she's no cancelled. Anyway, so I would call what she does and what Carol Vorderman did arithmetically clever. Because they're not just regurgitating. The Stephen Fry equivalent of that would be him looking through a book, finding out when somebody once did that sum, and coming out with it and repeating it. It would basically be the Stephen Fry equivalent of what Rachel Riley or Carol Vorderman did. Would be like that sum, or how to get to that number using the numbers, being told to him. He would be told it, and then he would just, oh, right, I remember that, and then he'll walk up to the camera and say, well, what you do is you got your 25, take away 1, then multiply that by 7, which will give you, that's all he does. He just regurgitates information that he read. But in terms of intelligence, that's right. Monster Midol. Tom Heathers, thank you very much for the sub. Monster Midol says, Carol shows an understanding of the information she's handling. Stephen has no idea, just listing facts without any true understanding. Correct. Simply monkey see, monkey do. That's all that's happening there with Stephen Fry. Monkey see, monkey do. Dunce. Stephen Fry's a dunce. Stephen Fry should be sat in the corner with a wee cone hat with a D on it. Because I have never... Now, Stephen Fry, I think he wrote something. He wrote 1 or 2 things, I think. A little bit of Frying Laurie, I think he did that. But did he write that? Bet he didn't. Right? In fact, that's one thing that I know that he was... Like, little bit of Fry and Laurie. Right? A bit of Frying Laurie. Right? Written by Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. Right. So they wrote it. But that's split between the two of them. Now, any classic... Do you remember any classic Frying Laurie things? I don't. Do you? I don't. I don't. Do you remember any? I don't. Nope. Says, I don't. I don't remember. Nope, I don't remember that at all. Police address sketch. I don't remember that, sorry. I'm not familiar with that, thanks. He was good in Blackadder. He didn't write it though. That isn't intelligence, Pixel Rated. That isn't intelligence though. No sign of intelligence there. I think to show intelligence, one must be able to take pieces of information and somehow bring them together in a way that makes you go like that. Oh aye. Oh aye. Makes another person go, oh, that's clever. That's clever. That was clever what you did there. That's what it, it's as simple as that. To be clever, one must do something that makes another person go, oh, that was clever. That was clever what you did there. That was clever. Simply for him to say, did you know that actually Mount Everest, it never used to be the tallest mountain in the world. Did you know it used to be that? You wouldn't then say, oh, that was clever what you did there. What you did there, how did you do that? How did you do that? That was clever. Christ, I wish I was problem solving and the ability to create. The ability to create. He doesn't have that, and he knows it. That's why he blocked me, because I said all that on YouTube. The ability to put one thing with another and create. Now, I'm not talking about entertainment creation. Of course, that's one aspect, that's one part of it, right? That's one branch of intelligence. You can't do this if you're stupid. You know what I do? You can't do it if you're stupid. Can't be done. You know, even if you're academically stupid, that isn't a form of being stupid. That's just like writing and sums and things like that. It doesn't mean anything. The ability to retain information. The truly gifted, intelligent person doesn't actually need any information at all. They just put stuff together. It's amazing. Amazing. But him though, he to my memory has never come up with anything that's made me go, that's clever. He has simply said things that other people have said that's clever. Like imagine him saying, like, him being an atheist and all that, which I am as well. But for him making a point and all that, you know, it's the merry a point than any cunt on Twitter could make. Tell us again how you're amazing. I will in a wee bit later, Thumble. What person, dead or alive, do you think is a genius, says Joanne? I think me, absolutely, definitely, no doubt in my mind, right? I think Prince was a genius. I think he had an extraordinary musical ability, even though his stuff is fucking shite after Love Sexy. He a musical ability. I think the thing is with Prince though, see if you watch interviews with him or something, he's dead sort of all held in and all that, and the problem with Prince was he had too much pride. For a supposed Christian, he had too much pride. He suffered from the cardinal sin of pride. Thought too much of himself, cared too much about how he came across, had too much pride, and he died from pride. It was his fatal, the cardinal sin of pride, that he probably never really told many people about his fentanyl addiction, and because of that he died in a lift. If only he could have humbled himself before his fans and before people, not before God, but before people, and said, I've got a problem. I need help. You know how I went on for years? About the problems with drugs and all that? This is going to come as a shock to you, and I feel so fucking stupid for saying it. But I'm actually addicted to drugs now. I'm addicted to a drug called fentanyl. I need help. I've been arrogant my whole life, and I've realised I'm just a human like fucking anybody else. Help me. Please help me. He died in a fucking lift. He almost died like Stalin. Stalin died in his wee room. Nobody would interrupt him because they didn't want it in case they got killed, and he died in his own pish. He died like Stalin. So at some point I think Stephen Fry must have seen that YouTube video, and I can't think of any reason why he blocked me other than that. I can't think of any other reason why he would have blocked me. He followed me, but he followed about 50,000 people. There is no way he's actually scrolling through people's fucking tweets. Maybe somebody said, have you seen this? No idea. I just can't picture Stephen Fry watching that video of me. Some of your tweets are offensive, aye, but who isn't he? I mean, it must be a fucking cunt in existence being on Twitter trying not to offend any cunt. I mean, I try not to be a harmful sort of person, but I have to accept that I'm going to cause a bit of harm. I've accepted it in myself. There's going to be a wee bit of harm getting dished out now and again. I've accepted that about myself. I'm going to dish out a wee bit of harm now and again. So sorry, but a lot of people have harmed me, and you know, it's time to dish a wee bit back out and all. I want the pleasure of harming people. I don't want everybody else to just get the pleasure. I want the pleasure of not being able to care now and again. Please. Answering HTTP You know what I mean? I want to cause... Can I not cause just a wee bit of harm now and again? I mean... Can I not cause a bit of harm? Now and again, just a bit. Just a bit of harm. Of course you can. Thank you very much, Chancer Dancer. I will take a wee screenshot. Have you been invited on a panel show? Damn girl. That's why I drink. Thank you very much for resubbing. Keep up the good work. Aldous Requiem. It's Erd. Oh, Tom Heathers, did I thank you for subbing? Thank you very much, Tom Heathers. Thanks for subbing. I don't know if I did that, but I've always I've said that it's Erdos Requiem, like ERDOS Requiem. Doesn't mean anything. Erdos Requiem, like that, like some kind of an attempt at Latin. If I've been invited on a panel show, I was on a radio panel show, the Matt Lucas Awards. I was on that. Wasn't very good at it. I didn't quite enjoy it, so I wasn't quite good at it because it's you're going on and you're answering questions that you've pre-written and sort of pre-emailed and all that, and you're reading for your sort of notebook and all that. And I wasn't asked back for the telly version. But I've been asked. I was asked to be on, I think, 8 out of 10 Cats. Is it 8 out of 10 Cats or 9? And I said no. Remember, I think I was talking about that before. I said no. And Question Time, I've been asked to be on that a couple of times. I was asked to be on As Yet Untitled, the Alan Davies or Davis thing. Wouldn't work out. It wouldn't work out. You see people on these panel shows, would I lie to you or would I lie, and all that, and you see them pretending to find other cunts funny, man. I've talked about this in the webcam before, but honestly, the kind of fucking Have I Got News For You looks. I've not watched that for years. I used to love Have I Got News For You, and it just became like unbearable. But just this, having to look here there like that. Statistically, you're not going to find everything that is said funny. And you don't want to just be sitting there like that. Look, if somebody says something that you don't find funny. You know the way if you were in the house and there was a camera on you while you're watching it. You don't want to be like that. So you'll be like this, look. But it would be good to be like that. When it's not my bit to be funny. You could be the miserable guy. That could be your thing. No, but see if you did that. Let's say you're doing Jack D. You're doing a kind of Jack D sort of thing. You'd have to be like that constantly. You couldn't expect any kind of niceness back. Like I would want to be a laugh when I'm enjoying it. No, I would laugh when I'm enjoying it. But when I'm not, I'd just be like that. It's malleable, thank you very much. Have you seen those Survive in the Jungle games that are about now? Care about health of stream mate. Thank you very much. Survive in the Jungle games. Survive in the Jungle. What do you mean? What kind of game is that? It's malleable. So what he means? Does he mean the forest? I don't know what he means. I don't know. I don't know what he means. Right. Right. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Right. Thank you. CMCI7, thank you very much for resubbing. Well, money well spent. Get it right up, you vermin scum. I know. Oh, did I tell you? I've got a... Look. Thank you. Oh, where is it? Lameo or Limau. Thank you very much for the sub. I've got this coin, look. Hold on. Wait till I just get
Thank
this.
you.
Don't know if you can see that. Thank you. I saw that. Hold on, I just want to say thanks to... Amelia, thank you very much for subbing. Be Claire here, thank you very much. Respect the fact you do your own thing. Let me not appear in a million panel shows. Create your own content you're doing. Hope it was. Thank you very much. I really, really like doing this. I love... this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do this year. Forever and ever. See that coin? I saw it last night. I was like, oh, look at this. I was like, oh, look at this. And I looked it up. And the first thing I saw was some, like the first link that came up was some Daily Mail article saying, do you have one of these? It's worth 500 quid. It's like, no. No. And I looked on eBay, 400 quid, 300 quid. But then I noticed that nobody actually managed to sell it for that. And then when I went to eBay and looked at completed listings, because you can buy them for a lot cheaper. The strange thing is, you buy them for a lot cheaper uncirculated. As in, they've never been out and about and kind of spent. You get them, they're worth more when they've been used. I don't quite get with that. I don't know how. But you know, just buy one that's not circulated and then fucking scratch it up a bit. I don't get it. Or has it got something on the uncirculated version that makes it no a real coin? And you go, oh, that's not the real one. I don't get it. But anyway, I looked up the ones that had been sold. And on eBay, and they've sold for like £1. It's worthless. Well, it's worth what it's worth, 50 pence. Woodward, thank you very much. Woodward01, thank you very much for subbing. It's worth 50 pence. Utterly worthless. It's worth less. In a sense, it's worth less than 50p. In a sense, it's worth less than 50p because it costs you money having that. You use up the internet, you use up the time going, oh, what's this all about? You use up a wee bit of your data, you check it out, you talk about it. It takes up effort. You check things out, you might go to the effort of trying to sell it, waste a lot of time. You'd be better off without it. If you don't like somebody, give them up 50 pence. Thank you. If you want to curse somebody, give them one of them. This is for you. Oh, thanks. That's for you. Thank you. Clutch. Yeah. Clutch Sucks. Thank you very much for resubbing for the second month. Did you know Rolls Royce sell more cars at boat shows than car shows? Really? You're very, very clever. You're very, very clever. I know another man who's a wee bit more clever than you, but run about the same amount of cleverness. Real intelligent. Rumple5 Skinner, thank you very much. Looking sharp without the beard. Not quite vintage 2010, Limmy, but time does catch up with us all, Chico. Thank you very much, mate. I don't think you do capital C for Chico. I think that'd be the name Chico, but if somebody like Chico time, I think Chico just means son in Italian, so I don't think that's capitalised like in German. I'll have a wee look for you though. Is Chico dead? No. I had a stroke, that's right. What does Chico mean? Is it? Oh no, it's Spanish. It's Spanish. I thought it was Italian. Boy. Oh, my Chico Latino. That's right, of course. Thank you. Chico. It's Malibu, thank you very much for resubbing for the 3rd month. Tier 2. Thank you very much, mate. My Chico Latino.
Chico. 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 Chico.
That's, you know, I don't, wait.
Chico. Chico.
Oh, I can hear that.
Chico.
Here, how do you pronounce Rioja? Is it Rioja? 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 Let's find it. Rio. Translate. Right, so this will go. Right, here we go. So it's
La Rioja. La Rioja.
Rioja. Let's hear it.
La Rioja.
La Rioja.
La Rioja.
That's a ja. That's a ch. Rioja. Hold on.
La Rioja.
She's not saying ca. She's not saying La Rioja.
La Rioja.
As in loch. As in static noise. As in CB. It's no Rioja.
La Rioja.
Rioja.
La Rioja.
Rioja. Rioja. Oh, that's it. That's easy. Good, because there's a restaurant in Glasgow called Rioja. Can I bottle of Rioja, please? That's good. That means Scottish people are all ready to be able to say it. There's no embarrassing sort of, I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to pronounce it like that. That's not how I speak. We already speak like that. Well, no, de. Rioja. I have a bottle of Rioja, please. Because we're going to the restaurant Rioja. That's how you say it, Rioja. I'm just looking at the time there. Now, I said I was going to go into the shops. Lynn's back for work. What am I going to do? Sounds odd English people pronouncing Limmy, Limmy and not Lemmy. Here, listen, by the way, this is my promise to you. A lot less Overwatch streams for me. Don't worry. A lot less. I'm just thinking about the guys I was playing with earlier. There's almost no point. There's almost no point to it. A lot less. Yous don't like it. Some of yous like it sometimes. Some of yous like it sometimes. So I'm going to play it sometimes. Did you buy any of the story games? No yet, but I'm going to get... what's that one? What's it called again? Din. Return of Obra Dinn. I'm going to get it and we're going to find out if it's any fucking good. Going to download the bastard thing right now. Add to cart. Purchase for myself. Mystery Chips, thank you very much. Would you play something like Scribble is free or Drawful with chat? Jackbox, fair enough if you're not into the idea. We're partless scum. Mystery Chips, what kind of game is that? Drawful, is it anything? I'll tell you why I can't do it. I'll tell you why I can't do it. Is it Barcode? I've bought it now, mate. I've bought it now. I have bought it now. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Did you hear that wee sound? I think that was an email. Install games. Install. Downloading right now as we speak. But I'm not going to... I might not... I probably won't be able to play it today. all night. Probably won't be able to do that. I can't play any. See, people draw problematic stuff. Now, see, in my mind, I'm probably more out of order than 99% of the population. There's a lot of people out there that like to think they're quite edgy. But in my mind, I'm probably edgy than them. I probably have absolutely no problem with I don't know. No, I was ready to say something, but even that's kind of out of order. Thank you. See the sort of stuff you do in Grand Theft Auto? I'd have no problem. No problem. We're doing that in real life. No, I'm joking, I'm talking shit. Why 1,000? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, I'm joking. It's just that people would make all these sort of jokes on, with the picture stuff and all that, and it would make me look bad. It would make me look bad. It'd make me look bad. So can't have that. Because the joy in these sort of games is being out of order, isn't it? And it would just make me look bad. So forget it. Thank you. Paul Bollywood, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you very much. So there's absolutely no way I could do that. No way. Can I have it? People would try to get me banned. I would cancel you, Lenny. Exactly, Blue. My eyes are getting a wee bit knackered with that fucking light. But your GTA streams are legendary. Thank you very much. You missed my sub. Oh, where? Oh, Bombala 77. Thank you very much for the sub. I do apologise for that. Thank you very much. Do you miss Hangar 13, Limmy? No. I do. Hangar 13 is this club that I used to go to, kind of ravey sort of club in early 90s. I kind of miss the frogs. I didn't miss the frogs because I was looking at them and I was thinking, oh, I'll look at the names of the emotes to kind of put them in and ban them, because I like banning. It's just a wee hobby that I've got, banning these peppy frogs. And I was going to type them into my wee filter here, but I just thought, just ban them, just get it done and done with. I kind of miss, in a way, going clubbing. Right now, do I want to go to a club right now? Do I fuck? Kind of missed. I used to like taking stuff and going clubbing and dancing in a dark sort of place and all of that. Used to like it. Then it got a wee bit kind of boring, but I don't know. Then I get kind of recognised and all that, and plus I'm 44 now, for fuck's sake. And I talk in my book, in my autobiography, I talk about my last ectoplasm. And I just went like that, right, that's it. Last drug you ever took was that, Home Bargains. I can tell you the exact date, can't remember it, but it's in the book. Thank you. Fish Plums, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much. Would you go to a concert? Aye, I like going to concerts, providing Sean. Oh, I like going to concerts now and again, providing I can sit down. I don't want to stone about and I don't want to fucking dance. Don't want to dance. Horrible. Nothing worse than having to fucking dance when you don't want to. Nothing worse than feeling forced to dance. Even tap your foot. Horrible. Just to look the part. You know, if you're in some sort of concert, you don't want to imagine people are dancing around you and you're like that. You don't want to look like that. You just attract attention. So you sort of go like that. I never do that. I never do that for anything. And it's not that I'm getting old. I've never liked it. I've never, ever liked it. The only time I've liked dancing is when I'm naked. That's it. And I really like dancing when I'm naked, but I don't get naked anymore. Never liked dancing. I never danced in school. Always dead self-conscious. Very, very self-conscious. Very self-conscious. I've not got a kind of like wedding reception dance. I've not got a normal dance. I remember the first time I danced, it was to Ride on Time by Black Box. I think about the year after it came out. The summer after it came out. Which would have been... What age was I then? Ride on Time. I think that came out. Ride on Time. When was it released? 1989. When in 1989? Everyhit.com. Fish Plums, thank you very much for the sub. Black Box. Ride on Time, August 1989. So... but wait. Here's how I know. Thank you. Fraser TV, thank you very much for resubbing for the second month. Thank you very much, mate. And... Nay Fanny. Thank you. Thank you very much for resubbing for the third month happening, mate. Alright. Yeah. I remember dancing for it. Rumpel 5 Skinner, thank you very much. I beg to differ with Senior Rocking the Black Bamboo. That's Chico. That's only for show. I remember I first danced in public with people, and it was with this lassie. It was in the DA hall, which is this sort of disco in Millport. I think when I was about 16, was that 74? Because I remember I kind of liked the dance. I kind of almost copied the dance Lindy Layton, who sang with Beats International, Fatboy Slim's band with Dub Be Good To Me. I remember I sort of copied the way she was dancing. Kind of a bit daft, a guy copying the way a lassie's dancing. But it was this sort of kind of side to side thing. I just completely copied her dancing. And I was drunk. This was before Eckies. And I didn't fucking like it, but I felt embarrassed stoning in front of this lassie dancing. What stupid fucking thing out to stone in front of somebody and fucking dance like this. Horrible. Horrible. But, so that was Ride on Time. The Ride on Time came out in August 1989. I was dancing to that. But I remember that I copied the dancing at her, and that didn't come out until Beats International. February 1990. Now, I wouldn't have been in Millport in February 1990. So, when would I have been there? Maybe March, Easter. Maybe Easter. Maybe summer later that year. So, 1990... So I was born 1974. October 74. So I didn't turn 16 until later that year. So I was 15. So I first danced when I was 15. Oh, horrible. Gruffle Muffle, thank you very much for resubbing for the 3rd month. Love your streams, mate. Great part. Thank you very much. Thank you. Did she like your dancing? She actually said, you're really good at dancing. Oh, horrible. Hated it. And I still can't get it. See, I would have to take something like ecstasy, MDMA. When I took my first pill, which is Hoffa pill, I was at Hangar 13 and a guy died. Andrew Stoddart. His name was. A guy died that very night at Eckies or water or whatever it was that you die of with Eckies. I don't know what it was. But dancing in front of people for the very first time. And it felt good. And then oh, look at that. Lindo. Oh, that's fucking. Oh, that's lovely. Mint. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus. Oh, aye, Lynn was at the door, that's right. Lindor, very clever. Lindor, oh, it's fucking amazing, man. Thank you. Holodron, thank you very much for resubbing for the 3rd month. Like sharing us, the fake jingles had me in stitches. Glad to hear it. More fake jingles on the way. Next stream, I've been doing a few music ones recently, so I think the next one will be a story one. And then after that, well, I don't know exactly what order, but we're due a story stream and we're due a music stream. You know what I discovered, and I said this on Twitter before. Mega Hider, thank you very much for the sub. One thing I noticed was I always eat with my mouth shut, obviously, right? But one thing I noticed was, see if you eat like this, and I do apologise, but see if you eat like this. It tastes a lot better. I think it's to do with the oxygen and all that. I heard it's to do with the oxygen or something. Do you just go like that, look? Quite taste a bit. See all that? It does taste better. Mohair, you try eating anything, but you've got to make sure nobody's in the fucking house. You've got to make sure nobody's around for a mile. See if you like that. Fucking hell. These are fucking amazing. I'm telling you. I love chocolate. I love that. I love chocolate so much. I love chocolate. Absolutely love chocolate. See if there was a chocoholic sort of competition. Eventually every other cunt in the competition I was in with would go like that, can't do it anymore. I'd be the last man standing. Definitely. One thing I noticed when I was used to take eckies was I never used to like dancing because I didn't want people looking at me. I felt embarrassed. See, when I was eckied, I wanted people to look at me. I'd go to the Archies and I'd dance and you know, sort of dance at the bit. I don't know if you ever went to the Archies in Glasgow. You probably didn't, right? Statistically, fucking where everybody's watching for, but see, there'd be a kind of barred bit and a big sort of everybody's all packed bit. You'd get the odd person sort of dancing kind of out in the open, you know, dancing out in the sort of, thank you, out in the sort of sitting about bit. And I would like sort of dancing about there now and again. Not a kind of all going about the fucking seats in a place where you're not meant to be, but that way that you'd have to be quite confident. There's something about being eckied that is just, like, I get it into my head that anybody looking at me, I would be bringing them up because they go, look at this cunt. Because it was funny, you would see that now and again, you see the odd cunt like that. You know, somebody sort of sitting down like that. You see somebody like that. And then you'd be dancing and they'd be like that. And then they'd be like that. And then a wee bit later they would get up and they'd be next to you like that. Because that's what I would be like. See, if I would go to a club and you would see somebody dancing for themselves, just enjoying it and yes, me, like that. I'd watch them and it would bring me up. I'd go like that, yes man, especially if it's like 3 in the fucking morning. Especially if it's like 3 in the morning. Your energy's fucking dipping, you're sort of, and you see some cunt, you're like, fuck it man, he's still going. If he's still going, I'm still fucking going. If she's still going, I'm still going. Forensicating, thank you very much for resubbing for the 3rd month. I'm looking forward to when the 4th month kicks in. So I always liked that, I always used to like clubbing and all that, but then the pills started to get shite. Don't know what it was, but then they were shite for ages and I thought it was a serotonin thing. This is in my book, by the way. I thought it was like a serotonin thing. I thought I'd wiped myself out. Thank you. P. Whitelow, thank you very much for subbing. Thank you very much. But then my second last decade was in Ibiza when I was, what age was I then? 30s. And that was a fucking cracker. That was a cracker. But then the week after that I went to Tea in the Park, into the slam tent and all that. I was wanting to I was hoping it'd be the same again. And it was this trippy fucking thing. I was basically tripping. It was the acid. It was shite. And I was just like, right, that's it, fuck it. That's me. That's me. I've been after drink for years. Now I'm off this and all over. It's over. It's over. That's me. Finito. Do you think eckies might have had a long-term effect on your mental health at all? No idea. No way to tell. I just know, all I know is this, I have felt different since primary school, felt something different about me ever since primary school. And I know every cunt feels a bit different maybe, but the things I've not got There's things that haven't added up for me. Things that have been dead confusing to me that everybody else seems to be alright with. Things I've came out with that other people aren't coming out with. Ways that I've thought that other people... And I'm not talking about in a better way. In a better way in some ways, but other ways really quite bad. And always been mental. Always been mental. I've always been mental. Frank says you're probably autistic, mate. I've had a wee feeling that, you know, when I might be autism. I don't know what the fuck it is. Absolutely sure it's that ADHD thing, but anybody that I've known,
Thank you.
no, anybody that I've known, I'm exaggerating, but Arpreeze, thank you very much for the sub, thank you very much. I'm autistic and you seem familiar, says Frank. Well, I've got I've got a pal, and I said to her something today where, you know, I wonder if I might be on an autism spectrum in some sort of way, and she's like, obviously, she said something like that, and I don't know what she meant by that. I don't know. You know, like, you look things up about Asperger's or any other sort of autism spectrum kind of thing, and some it seems to be about not being able to read people, going on too much, talking too much, but that's also an ADHD type thing. But I do read people, I do see when they're pissed off or bored with what I'm saying, but I just don't fucking care. I don't care. The buzz of talking overrides me caring about if they care or not. You know, I don't know if you could. There's a certain lack of empathy with me with certain things. I didn't cry once when my mom died. I haven't ever. Just didn't see it that way. Everybody else is all emotional with teary eyed, and I just wasn't like that at all. Definitely sociopath. First of all, Andy, just say psychopath. I'm sick of this trendy way of saying psychopath. I'm absolutely sick of this trendy way of saying psychopath. Sociopath. Sociopath. Good old fashioned psychopath. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. No. A psychopath. No, they're no different things. They aren't different things. They're no. They're the same thing. Antisocial personality disorder. They're the same. It's the same thing. No, a psychopath is when someone's like that, but they are normally like this. Whereas a sociopath, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're just making up. You would have read it somewhere. That they're different, but that person's incorrect. I've looked it up. They're no different. They have different definitions. According to who? I've decided. Here, wait a minute. I would say I'm probably closer to being a psychopath than the people who define it. Nothing without me. Nothing about me without me. Nothing about me without me. I decide. No you. Me. Again, not trying to brag, says Conservation, but as a psychiatrist, you do not display sufficient diagnostic criteria for autism spectrum disorder or antisocial personality disorder. Humour demands...
Thank you.
Conservation, where are you from, by the way? Are you a psychiatrist here in Scotland? Isn't Logan Paul a psychopath? Wobbly Wombat, thank you very much for the sub. F and GG, thank you very much. Isn't Logan Paul? Well, some people say I don't know if I can say that, might be slanderous. Might be slanderous. You're in the USA. Alright. It's just when you said humour there, you know, with American spelling, I thought maybe you're a Scottish guy and you've copied and pasted for an American article, you know, I was just trying to catch you out there. But maybe you've actually caught me out, I don't know. I'm absolutely sure that I've got something, and the fact that I haven't been diagnosed with it goes to show you that people haven't got a fucking clue. They don't know what they're doing. I should have walked into that mental health place, explained my symptoms, and they should have went like that. ADHD, absolutely 100%. Or they should have went like that. Well, what you're saying is might no fall into these sort of, might no tick these certain boxes, but definitely something. And as somebody who's good at their job, I can tell you that you've probably actually got this thing. No, the cunt was just like, nah, possibly no. We can kind of take it further, and you can get another, a more in-depth test. But he didn't say, well, what it looks like you do have. You know, just like nothing. Just like, you know, it was, you know, that's the way it is. The less you expect of people, the fucking happier that you'll be. The lower your expectations of people, the happier you'll be. I'll tell you that right now. In fact, let me add a wee tag in on mental health on my Steam here. Thank you. Let me add that in. Here, where are the tags here? Mental health, ask me anything. Don't know why that. Don't know what happened there. Bono's dark chocolate or white chocolate. Fucking Lindor's strawberries and creamers orgasmic. Dark chocolate for me. Thank you very much. Dark chocolate for me. Grip T says most psychologists in the UK, at least the ones I know, don't believe in the validity of mental health diagnoses. So saying someone has this, that, or the other doesn't really make sense in that context. Right. Okay. Okay. All you want to do is you just want to skim by in this life. Just want to get by. People don't know what they're doing. I don't think we'll ever know what we're doing. I don't think we'll get to some big future where, right, we've worked it out. We've worked it all out. Sorry, took a wee while, but we've got here. Like some sort of Star Trek thing. That's it. We've worked it out, everybody. We've worked it out. It's not going to happen. We're not going to live for long enough. Thank you. 25, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Just want to say thank you. Brilliant work. Me and my friends enjoyed a long time. Thank you very much. Glad you found me on Twitch as well. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, is he back already? Hold on. He's a maniac, maniac. That's what I'm just singing that about my son. My son's half his seed, he really is. Absolutely half his seed. That's him. Likes to shout his head off when he comes back. Does well in school and all the rest of it. And it's like when he comes back from school, he just lets it all out, shouting his head off. Gone mental. It's like he, I don't know how he manages to do well in school, but somehow he does. It's mad. You need to do something treatment, says Swan. Swan, I can't even, I'm looking at that word you're saying, right? See when I look away like that? I forgot the word already. I can't put the letters together. Did you do well in school, Limmy? No. Kind of alright. I wasn't in remedial class, but I was kind of in the kind of slow here and there. Last to learn how to write my name. Pished the bed right up until primary 6, I think. Clever, but no clever. Other people doing better at wee tests than me, and I'm like, how can they be doing better than me? They're fucking stupid. They're stupid. How can they be doing better than me, man? Pissed the bed until you were 12 years old? No, up to about primary 6. I think I had a bedwetting problem. Pissed the bed. Pissed the bed until what was that? I was at primary 6. I remember I pissed the bed for so long. I remember I had to get a thing. I had to go to the doctor for it, and had to get this electric kind of thing that went under the sheet in the bed, that when water touched it, it set off an alarm. You know, kind of like that. And that worked. That worked. I remember we went for a school trip to Arran in primary 7. So that would have been when I was 11 maybe. Captain Volcano, thank you very much. Glad I can support you. Let me and my brothers call each other bastard boy and excuse the rest of the family. Thank you very much. No! I remember, like, went to this trip to Arran, school trip to Arran in primary 7, and I remember getting quite nervous because I was thinking I'm going to end up pissing the bed. I don't think I'd been pissing the bed recently at that point, no, but I thought, what if I piss the bed? What if I piss the bed? And I thought to myself, is my son going to piss the bed? Have you ever written a song that did well in the charts? Serious query. No. I've never done any kind of song that's been released. End of story. Thank you very much for the bits. I'd like to make a song that somehow got in the charts, like make an actual serious effort at it. I thought my son would maybe push the
Thank you.
at least a bit. You know, maybe primary 1, primary 2. No once. Mystery Chips, thank you very much. Shameless plug, since your earlier VODs are now being deleted on Twitch after 60 days. Oh, are they? So that was mid-October, November, December. Oh, right. Can I just let people know that they're being archived for posterity on the Benny Harvey channel? Alright, no monetisation, I'm not scum. Well, if you can monetise it, go for it. And I'll be in competition with you. I won't get you deleted or anything. That might be motivation for me to do something about it. But, right, good, thanks for reminding me, because I'll have to archive the ones I've done. Because I have been putting the stories now. I've been putting the stories on YouTube. I kind of don't want to put the stories on YouTube because I'm like, no, I want people to fucking come here. I want people to come here. Would you ever do an Ableton tutorial of the Limmy Show theme? Be Share Sweet. I made the Limmy Show theme tune in something called Reason. Propeller Heads Reason. And I tried to remake it in Ableton. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it spot on. But I tried to make it and I couldn't quite do it. Obviously I can just take the MIDI stuff and put it in. I've got all the notes there. But the synth sound, I couldn't quite get it. I mean, maybe I could, I should be able to fucking copy it. I mean, I should be able to get the synth. Look at the, you know, the what is it, ASDR? Attack, sustain, decay and release sort of the notes and what the synth sound is made of, and copy it maybe across, but it'll never be the same. But what I was thinking, I was actually thinking this the other day, I don't know if you know, but I just opened up Ableton here, but I downloaded a strings pack for Ableton. Options, preferences, audio output. Right, I mean, listen to this, right? Packs, orchestral strings. Listen to the quality of this, right? Listen to this. So imagine this. Let me put a reverb on it. Audio effects, reverb, whole. Right, I'm done. I mean, listen to this, listen. In a second, right? Listen. Hey, listen to this. And then this. Is it? There's no note there. Hold on. And then this. And then I want to. I'm so happy with this. The reason why I'm showing you this is I was thinking about doing a strings kind of orchestral version. How about some funeral techno? Aye. Packs, right. So listen. So I could do. Cello solo. I could do. I don't know if you heard me the other night, but I was doing. What song's that? What song's this? That sounds like fucking. That's perfect. Brilliant. And there's all sorts. There's double bass. Thank you. So I'll just put that away. Bonos, thank you very fucking much. Bonos, thank you very fucking much for the tier 3 fucking sub. Thank you very much, mate. VIP. There you go, VIP. So I'm going to move into high quality. High quality. Going to move into high quality orchestral versions. Going to. Yes, he's saying I don't want to go to Asda. So I'm going to be doing high quality orchestral music. I'm going to move it up a gear. Glasgow uni accent. My son's got a kind of posh sort of accent. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do about it. He's got a West End accent. Nothing I can do about it. I sometimes say to him, Daniel, Daniel, why don't you say it like this? And he goes like, don't tell me how to speak. Don't tell me how to speak. So there's nothing I can do there. That's it. Don't tell me how to speak. Do you know what fucking worries me? You know when I do, when I kind of retweet my old, what do you call it? My old WhatsApp conversations when I'm pretending to be some youngster being utterly disrespectful to the mom or the dad. All these fucking Americans, or I don't know, you get, I think some Spanish people or Italians. I've seen different languages, but I've seen lots of Americans. Most of the Americans, now and again, one or two Scottish people, one or two English people, but it really takes off in America, where they go like that. If I wouldn't say ma or da, right? But I mean, if my ma or da, if I ever spoke to them like that, I'd get fucking battered, and somebody should batter fuck at you or this. They're really got a fucking thing about respecting your ma and da. I don't know if it's some sort of fucking biblical fucking thing, but respect your parents, like, fuck that. I mean, I have arguments with my son and all that, and I have to go like that. Daniel, you need to listen to me. You need to listen to me. I mean, you might think I'm a silly person, but Daniel, I know what I'm talking about here, and you need to just do it the first time you're asked, Daniel. The first time you're asked. You need to, the first time you're asked, and you need to listen to me. You need to listen to me. You know, pure fucking canny, like fucking stuttering and slurring. When he's eight. When he is cheeky to me, it fills me with fucking pride. It fills me with fucking pride. Especially when he catches me out. But you said the other day that, you know, something like that, and I'm like, you're right. I go, you're right. I know you told me. That's twice you've said that. I know you've already told me twice. You know, something like that. I'm like, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. We've arrived now. We've arrived. That's what you want. You don't want any. I mean, these people that tweet me. What, you seriously, if you fucking talk back to me, you're going to smack your fucking way, and you're going to leather your fucking way for talking back to you. Stupid fucking bastards. My mum used to take my PS2 and put it in a black bag, tears flowing and everything. Aye, that's plenty of times I've felt like, that's it. Right, that's it. Right, taking the controller, the PlayStation, that's it. That's it. Taking it away. I don't care. You don't care? Alright, you might not care right now, but you will care. Right now you might not want a game, but you'll want a game tomorrow. You see, you've got to think ahead, Daniel. The clever person thinks ahead. A clever person doesn't start acting on how they feel at that time. You think think ahead. You think ahead. You think ahead. You might not want a game that you might not care if you're losing your PlayStation right now, but the more you want it. The more you want it. Does he love Fortnite? No, he does not. He's not allowed Fortnite. He's not allowed Fortnite. Fucking no chance. He goes off. He's not if he loses it or Overwatch. So Fortnite, he's been like, this is so stupid and all that, but no chance. So I go like that. You're banned for Overwatch for a certain amount of time. Who does he main? He likes Moira. It's no point just giving him a game. I'm just glad, Daniel, just annoys you. It annoys you, it gets you angry. You get angry, you're all angry around me, and I try really hard not to get angry with things. I don't get angry anymore. Did you know I had to go to the doctor, Daniel? I had to go to the doctor because I was so kind of, my emotions didn't know, kind of bad with control my emotions. I had to go to the doctor, Daniel, and now I'm not angry anymore. I try to stay away from anger and things like that. And you're being angry around me, and it's bad for me, Daniel. You can't be angry around me. You got to be nice and calm. Do you know, Daniel, you can get anything you want. Say anything that you want, Daniel. Anything that you want, you can get it without being angry. You can get what you want without being angry. See, if something annoys you, anger doesn't solve it. Never ever solves it. You see, Daniel, the thing with anger is, anger can make you feel strong. Maybe anger can make you stronger. I don't know. Maybe if you're really angry, you don't feel as much pain. Maybe for some sort of fight. Maybe that, like, if you're a caveman, you don't really care if you're sort of getting hurt by something that's to do with adrenaline. But that's not going to happen, Daniel. You're not going to be fighting. You're not going to be in a war. You're not going to be fighting with saber-toothed tigers. Anger's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. Your brain, because people's brains don't really work as well as what they should, what happens is you get angry and you think that's a way of solving it. You think by getting angry it makes you feel strong, then you can actually work some sort of thing out. You can't. By getting angry, it confuses you. You end up doing silly things. You end up stamping on things and throwing things about, and then an hour later you regret it. It's like the Hulk, Daniel. It's like the Hulk. That's why the person who wrote the Hulk wrote the Hulk. People lose their temper and then a wee bit later they regret it. Best thing you can do is to not get angry, Daniel. Best thing you can do. By all means say it annoys you. By all means say, oh, I hate that. But don't let it feel like that. Don't let it feel like that. Just stay calm. You can get anything you want. The clever person doesn't feel anger. The clever person stays nice and calm and gets the thing done without getting angry. Let the other people who aren't as clever, let them get angry. You don't get angry. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Have you ever taught him to meditate? I have, aye, and he's used it before. He's used it for if he gets hurt, if he hurts himself. He's like meditated and he didn't feel any pain anymore. But the thing is, me going on about anger actually pisses him off, so thank you. Paul Ken, thank you very much for resubbing. Happy 3-4 month, big guy. Thank you very much. Love to see you stream more Overwatch and show me the high energy, calmness. Love how you just described how to process anger. I've not meditated for a while. I was kind of meditating last night to try and get to sleep. But actually sitting there like this, I've not been doing it. And I say to myself, right, you really should meditate. And then I go like that to myself, right, it's time for some realpolitik here. How often are you going to meditate, Brian? How often are you going to do it? Well, you should do it every morning. I know you should, and it helped, but you're not doing it, mate. You're not doing it. So when are you going to meditate? When are you going to do it? Because that really helped you when you came off the happy pills. You started meditating and it really helped you and you're not doing it anymore. But do you feel really bad now? A wee bit sometimes. A wee bit. A wee bit. Are you going to meditate every morning? No, because it fucking bores me. Right, so meditate when I need to. But most of the time, all I try to do is this. Just be mindful of how I'm thinking. That's all it is. Check myself now and again. That's it. At the very least, just go like that. Just be aware of what I'm thinking. Don't lose myself. Don't lose myself. Just, it gets better the more you do it. I know that it just became not the same for me. But when it works, very, very, very good. It really, really helps. It's a really, really good feeling. Yeah. Rumple 5 Skinner, thank you very much. Have a joint, chill out, man. Helps me. I don't like weed or hash or any of that. It doesn't work with my mind. It doesn't. It makes me para. Thank you. Shell1, thank you very much for resub for the second month. How do you meditate? Is it pure legs crossed, deep breathing and all that? How I meditate, when I was doing it, and I should do it, it honestly really, really helped me. And it's quite a hard way to do it. People talk about that app, Headspace, and people say it's really good. I've never really had a good look at it, right? But people say it's good, right? But I don't use any music. I don't use any guided stuff, as in like a voice with some sound file with somebody saying, just do this now and just do that. All I do is this. Sit in the living room or sit anywhere. I've sat in a cafe before with people coming and going. But I try and sit somewhere where I'm not going to get disturbed. That's dead important, right? You can't have somebody coming in and interrupting you, then you get back into it. It's got to be an uninterrupted bit of time, right? Maybe 10 or 15 minutes, maybe longer if it's quite hard, if it's not really happening for you. And all day is I just sit there like that, shut my eyes, and what I'm aiming for is to be thinking about nothing except my breathing. That's the aim. Or at least to be thinking about my breathing more than anything else, because it can be hard to shut out other thoughts, but I think about my breathing more than anything else. That's it. And what that ends up leading to for me is, see wee thoughts that were going about in my head before, irritating things, maybe negative things, or just making plans when I just want a wee break for all that. They go away. Eventually. It's strange to be in control of your mind. And I feel a lot more in control of my mind while I'm meditating. It's like I'm able to decide what thoughts get into my mind or not when it starts to really kick in, like 10 minutes in or 15 or whatever. And all day is... Cher says, I tried this last night, didn't work. It can be hard, and if it hasn't ever worked for you, you can start to think, this won't work for me, this is shite, it's so annoying, it's boring. When it works just that once, just that first time, you go, oh, sometimes I've done it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, usually about 15 minutes. Sometimes I've sat there and it's not really working, and I sat there for 25 minutes or half an hour, but ideally just about 10 or 15 minutes, right? And all I'm doing is sit there like that, right? On a seat. Maybe lean back a wee bit, get a bit comfy, however you feel comfy. And you're trying to stay alert. You're not just trying to fall asleep. You're trying to stay alert. It can really help get to sleep though for me. But I actually go like that, right? Eyes shut, hands in my lap or whatever. And all I do is I think about my breathing. That's it. That's all it is. See, right now, maybe because I've been talking a lot and I'm a wee bit tense, or I don't know, no tense as in like in a pure bad way, just kind of like going. I'm no this way. But all I do is I think about my breathing. And I don't try to control my breathing. I don't try and slow down my breathing into kind of deep breath in, deep breath out. What kind of feeling are you waiting for, says Fab? Well, this is the way my head works, and I might have something up with my brain that makes this feeling happen. I don't know what it is. Maybe lots of wee thoughts going through my mind. Before I meditate, I might have thoughts going through my mind, things bothering me, or just things on my mind, right? And the feeling, thank you. Your dad would be proud, thank you very much. Sorry to interrupt your convo, I must have missed some stuff. What when? Happy pills, Prozac, did you stop because you couldn't finish? I was taking citalopram, and the reason why I stopped, even though they work really well for me, don't work for everybody, it makes some people worse, but they worked really well for me. I came after them because they started to no work now and again, and then they worked, and then they wouldn't, and it would annoy me. And I got to a point where I felt that I'd kind of got in control of my mind again enough to go, right, I'm going to come after these now. I'm not going to be as happy, but I have the feeling that I want to come after them. So I just went for it. That was it. The feeling that I'm aiming for when I do it is, if I shut my eyes right now, without me really being aware of it, there's lots of thoughts going through my mind. Shapes, pictures, people, words, songs, things, plans. What am I going to do about this? Here, what if that happened? Wee things, sounds. Sound of a computer makes me think about the computer. Am I going to open the computer? When I should get an SSD? 2 terabyte, they only got up to 2 terabyte. Forget about that. What am I going to do? Oh, here my eyes hurt. What's it with Optrex? Does Optrex work? What is Optrex? Why do people use that? What's witch hazel? You know, just thoughts, things that I've got to get done, a wee thoughts, and it sort of is a bit annoying. I'm not saying I go walking about like that, worries, annoying thoughts. I just think about things. And with meditating, when it works, it is this feeling that I'm not out there. I'm not out there thinking about that and that and that and that. I'm just kind of, it's as if it's like I've stepped into a wee fucking quiet room. It's as if I've just went like, shut the door, and it's just this. You know what it's almost like? See, when I was recording my audiobook the other day, and I stepped into the wee room, Rumple 5 Skinner, the paranoia I get it with other people. I don't know what's going on. I feel stupid. I think they're taking the piss at me. I don't quite know what's going on. I feel like I don't like it. Never felt relaxed on it. Never. When I was recording the audiobook, went into a room. It's kind of got soundproofing, but the main thing is it's got reverb reducing stuff on the walls, so you don't hear, you know, the voice bounce off the walls. It's just a tiny wee room, but they put lots of stuff over it so you don't hear, you know, the fucking reverb of the room. You don't hear the reverb. And see, when I stepped into this room, I was like, fucking hell. You know, it's just nothing, no reverb. There's no.
Thank you.
Normally, you're almost a bit like a bat. Loomis knows best. Thank you very much for the sub. Aye, it's got a sound dampening, reverb dampening room stuff, and it's almost like you're used to hearing things bouncing off the walls, almost like a bat, right? And you kind of know the distance of things. Sometimes, with how you can tell, and when you go into this room, it's just like that. I mean, it doesn't close your hearing. I mean, there's none of that, and it feels weird. You're like, fucking hell. You're used to hearing your voice come back after the was a wee bit. Nothing. Dan Dubs, thank you very much for resubbing for the 3rd month. Kiss, kiss. Thank you very much. Anyway, that can be an enjoyable experience for some people, so I'm not talking about that. What I'm just talking about is how quiet it is. That's a lot of shite. It's almost like, it's this feeling that, right, when I start meditating in the morning, when I do it, to begin with, I shut my eyes, right, and I just think about my breathing, and I'm not controlling my breathing. I'm not trying to slow it down or anything. Sometimes my breathing actually just stops for ages, and I think, oh, I better breathe. No. Let your body do its thing all by itself. And then I just think about the breathing, and then when I do that, it almost becomes like the waves of the sea kind of coming in and out, like watching the waves of the sea. You just think about it. Just concentrate on that, nothing else. It can get kind of boring, but you just do that. And you listen to your body, and you feel your body, and you listen to your breathing, and you're just feeling it, and maybe thinking about how your body's doing this all by itself. It doesn't need anybody else. It's doing it all by itself. Everything that you need is right there. If you want to think about these sort of thoughts, everything that you need is right here. Breathing away. Keeping you alive. All by itself. And just enjoying that. Thinking about it. All by itself. Does it all by itself, right? Anyway, thoughts will pop into my mind, like plans or something that happened yesterday or something like that. I think about my breathing more. The aim is to not have any of these thoughts. So just think about my breathing. My mind comes up with wee shapes and annoying wee songs or something like that. And I just think about the breathing more. And a wee thing that I always say, like I say in my book, and I say here, is it's kind of like being at a party and you're talking to somebody and you're trying to hear them. You're not trying to tell everybody to shut up. You're not trying to no hear everybody else, because you're going to hear them. But by focusing on that one person or that one thing, you sort of shut the other things out, because you're thinking mostly about that. Minimal, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very, very much. So you just keep thinking about the breathing. A thing pops into your mind. Think more about the breathing. The thing pops into your mind again. Think about the breathing. Again and again and again and again. Just keep thinking about the breathing. Until, for me, I get to a point where Slayer, I just like after a while, just when I kind of feel quite good and heavy bob, it can be boring when it's not working. But what happens is, I'm like that, right? Doing that. Then I just start to feel this feeling maybe about 7 or 8 minutes in. This is if it all goes well, right? Then I start to get this feeling after a while. So don't feel under any pressure to hit a certain thing at 7 minutes in, this should happen. It might not happen at all. It might not work at all. You have to do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, try it next day, try it next day. But you're sitting up, Karen says, I'd fall asleep. Karen says I'd fall asleep doing that. You're sitting up, you're trying to keep alert, you know, you're not just trying to fall asleep, right? If you're lying in bed, you know, it's nice to do that, then fall asleep. But if you're kind of going like that, and I've done it in cafes before, it's a nice wee feeling. Sitting there like that, and then see, eventually, I start to notice that, see, these thoughts that keep popping into my mind, they sort of don't come back. It's as if I'm telling my brain, don't bother. It's as if my mind's trying to help me by going, think about this, think about this, think about this. But I'm saying back to it, no, I'm thinking about this other thing. And then eventually the way my mind works, and maybe everybody's is like this. The thoughts don't come back. And I start feeling that it's just me. I'm just left with me and this breathing thing. And I just start to feel my breathing and listen to my breathing. And it just feels like it's just me. I mean, it's all me. It's all me, but it's a feeling that I'm just sort of by myself. It's a feeling that I'm by myself. It's kind of like, and this isn't what I think about, but when I was wee, there was a wardrobe we had in my bedroom. A wardrobe that went right up to the ceiling, and the bottom bit was like the rack and all that, you know, with the coat hangers on it. But then there was another shelf, big kind of shelf bit up the top that you shove stuff in, and it was sturdy enough to be able to hold. I'm still a wee boy, but it was sturdy enough to hold me in it, and it was quite tall, about that high, this bit. And I would climb up and go in it and shut the doors there. And I'd be in that sort of cocoon, no with the covers, but just in this wee quiet, dark thing, this wee kind of cube, like that. Dark. By myself. I wasn't hiding for anybody. I just felt good. And in a way, it's kind of like that. It's just this wee feeling that there's nothing else. It's a feeling that there's nothing else but me. And either that sort of thing is important to you or it isn't. See if maybe you're an assertive type of person and you go about in your life doing and saying what you want and you're not under any pressure or anything like that, then maybe it doesn't matter as much to you. But for me, having that feeling that I'm just by myself. I don't mean because if I go up the tune, people go, can I get a picture with you? I don't mean that sort of carry on. I just mean I'm buying myself away from my thoughts. And I'm just kind of like that. I know by looking at me right now, you're just like, what? You've just got your fucking eyes shut, Limmy. You just got your eyes shut in the webcam. What do you mean? Niley D, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much for the sub. Just kind of like that, right? And I get this feeling that it's just me by myself, almost floating in myself. And then I do get this feeling of, this kind of woomph feeling that my thoughts share. I've tried it lots of times before it really working. There's other times where I'm being well practiced in it and it just still hasn't quite happened. But it's like nothing can come in and none of these thoughts come in. And then see when one of these wee annoying thoughts come in, I just think about my breathing and it goes away a lot quicker than it did before. There's no battle with myself. There's no more of a battle with myself. And I'm just completely in control of my mind. And it's just me sitting there. And I'm really into it. It's not boring or anything like that. I'm just sort of sitting there all kind of happy. Sometimes happy feeling, just sometimes dead relaxed. Just feeling like I've got all the time in the world. I'm in myself. There's no past. There's no future. There's just here and now. Nothing else. Nothing else. And it's just a nice kind of there in the moment feeling. And And it feels good. So see if I'm in a cafe, somebody said, did you ever feel self-conscious? If I'm in a cafe, you just start to no care. You know that somebody is going to be looking at you going like that, what are they doing? But people don't really care. You just see you sitting there like that. People assume either you've got your eyes shut, you're thinking about something, then they might go, oh, are they meditating or something? So it's just it's a good, really good feeling. Really good feeling when it works. And then see after a wee while, I go like that. I decide, right. And you hear people coming and going if you're outside, but it's good to do it just in the house. If you hear people going about, you don't care. And then after a while, open my eyes. And I'm like this. I'm not like this, look. Anybody looking at me, I'm just like. So if it really feels really good. The reason why I've no bothered doing it much is I just like, I can't be fucked. Just want to go on. Just want to go on with stuff, man. Just want to go on with stuff. Just want to go on with it, man. Right. Don't worry about the frog stuff there, troops. I've taken care of business. I've taken care of business, troops. Don't worry about the frog thing. He won't be able to do it again. On you go, try it, mate. Try it. Let's see one of these frogs, man. Lynn and Daniel will be coming back for Asda soon. So I'll have to come off. Right, what's that one? Ella. Right. Ella. Right. In fact, no, that's fine, that one. I want to get rid of that. That's fine, that one. There's been enough stabbing. Give me some frog emotes. I want to get some of these banned before I get to fuck. There's some frog emote names in the mod chat. Yes, man. Yes. Ms. Kiff, right? Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ms. Kiff, good. Love her, man. Love her. Hey, here's one there. Grant Raw. What about this one? PvP. Y. Right. Oh. Right. Right. Where they're at? What's that one? Right, let's see, man. Dang Minkus. Line feels. Dang Minkus. Right. Very good. Thank you very much. Day sad, day good. It's a kind of day because, you know, people go day. I fucking love getting rid of these. Frog amnesty. Fuck, I can't be fucked, man. Let me get rid of that daft American Grant Raw. Can't be fucked, you know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll let the odd one slip through the net. I'll let the odd one slip through the net. Oh. Right. What happened to Discord? Somebody was getting hassled on it, so I just deleted the thing. Did you finish Dark Souls? No, and I've no finished Half-Life 2 either. I mean, I could play... There's no... Here, have I got... There's no point in me really getting started with any game just now, because I'm gonna get kicked off in about 10 minutes or something, so I should go now before I get fucking I can feel myself getting knackered right now. Oh, thank you very much. I've not got Undertale, but I'm just after getting that game. Library games. Return of the Obra Dinn. And I don't want to start a wee bit just now for 5 minutes, and then the people... I want to make a big announcement. No, not that everybody's going to be all good, here it is. But I want to say to people, I'm going to be playing it at 8 o'clock, something like that. And then everybody knows to turn up, rather than me playing 5 minutes now and people turn up at a later date and say, oh, I missed the start. You know, I've got to make a big deal about it. You're retiring from Twitch? I'm not fuck, man. I'm retiring for Twitch for like as in I'm switching off this stream for a wee until the next stream. Christ. I just suddenly got fucking knackered. You know what I think it is? It's that fucking chocolate. It's that fucking chocolate. I've been staying away for that shite. Fucking bastard, man. I thought we'd buy chocolate. Right, troops. Thank you very, very... Nice green screen edit. You shut up. Banned. Actually, thanks for reminding me, that person that just banned. Thank you very much, because I'm going to actually... I need to adjust my green screen. Because, like I was saying earlier, look at that. Right? So if I go like that, oh, I don't, you know, because that's... Oh, that's sorted, in fact. That's it. No, there it is. And if I tilt this up, you can see the top of it there. So if I tilt it down, that's fine. That's fine, actually. But is it actually green or is it blue? It's green. So if I... Those Elgato pop-up ones look mint. This works. Can you weight the bottom of it? I don't need to, Slayer, because let's say the height of that is a metre, which it isn't, it's a wee bit more, but let's say that's a metre, and that just allows me to get that. It's just enough room. But if I nudge it up a wee bit or down a wee bit, the camera, like if imagine I'm adjusting the monitors, then you see the bottom, the non-green, you see the white wall, or you see the white wall up there. So I want it to actually be a bit higher. So I've got more fabric, so I need to cut this up. I just need to cut it up and put it at a different angle. So I've got to tacked. It's tacked to the wall. Just tacked to the wall. That bit of fabric cost me, I can't remember what it was, no more than 15 quid. Maybe even 12, maybe even a tenner, can't remember. For a fabric shop, I'm a bit too low then. Raging Cage, thank you very much for subbing. Thank you very, very much. I said Ted. In fact, I can tell you exactly how much it cost. If I go to Twitter and I go to from Daft Limmy, because that's how you can search for some stuff that somebody said. From Daft Limmy green screen. Oh, less than a tenner. That was back in the 27th of October, taking my Twitch game to the next level. 1.5 metres by 4 metres for less than a tenner. Right, so that's 1.5 metres, the height of that. And it goes to the end of the room, but then I've got it. It keeps on going. You know, it's just all kind of like hanging down because it's like extra. So I should somehow be able to like just actually cut it up into kind of big strips, vertical strips. That would be better. Pixel Rated, thank you very, very much, mate. Love the streams as always, Brian. Have a cracking weekend. On my way down to get some beers before my date with an actual real human girl later on. Oh, glad to hear it. Or the very best with your encounters with another human. And I hope you have a fantastic. Because I've nudged this camera down. I'm like this, like a fucking amateur. Look. You want to be a bit there. You want to be something like that. It has to be kind of like that. I need a bigger table. Because these monitors are too close to my fucking face. I need a bigger table that pushes me back a bit. Because see right now, I'm having to... There's a table here and I've ran out of room and I can't move this table along because there's another fucking table there. And I want to move this along. But... I need to sort out that fucking hole there. I'll sort it out. How was your spare ribs the other day? Very good, thanks. Right, troops, I'm going to get to fuck. I just want to say thank you very much for all the subs, donations and cheers. I want to say thank you very much for the continued watching and following with your notifications on because I've got an irregular schedule. And I'll hopefully... I won't be on the night because I'm going out tonight. And no the more tonight because I'm going out then as well, I think. So it'll be during... You know, see what happens. See what happens. Fucking knackered. I need to get a wee I've been awake since 5:30, but I fell asleep at kind of normal kind of early time. Tomorrow night I'm going to see the 1975 in Glasgow. Lynn's a big fan and I like some of their songs. So we're going to watch them at the Hydro, and fortunately it's a seat. Lynn said she wanted to get standing tickets and that horrified me. So we'll be able to have a wee sit down and watch. Oh. So seating. thank you. K Calfa, I don't know how to say the name, but KC Alpha, thank you very much for resubbing for the second month. Thank you very much. Well, troops, I'm offski. I'll maybe hopefully see you tomorrow at some point. I might be on the night, I'd fucking doubt it. Might be streaming from my phone maybe tonight. We'll see how it goes. Right, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you when I see you.